Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
So good.
There we go. That went much better.
Why did you
Never
have
what
to
happened
mention
before.
it? Nobody had to know that this was take 2 of the intro. Thanks.
It's actually take 6, but I mean, come on. No one's keeping track.
Sorry, we.
God, I hate you
Sometimes
people.
Chicken was playing with his slinky. It's a weird thing. We don't want to talk about it. But anyway,
Slinky, Lincoln
Man,
Law.
How
I
is
thought I was
everyone?
going to be the one that was being super extra today because of the amount of caffeine I've had. But you guys,
We have sapped
let
it.
me
We have
just step
sapped
back.
it from you.
Let me just step back.
It's now our energy grip, and we will use it as we see fit.
Clearly.
You want a high octane show? Here you go.
I'm going to set everybody on
Everyone's-
fire. What
everyone's
names
gonna
have
be
you
it
tired
been
went
after-
silent right after you said that too. By the way, it was like, "You want a high octane show? Here you go." Quiet.
I've been
games
playing
everybody
games.
been playing this week? Let's talk about that.
All right, let's talk about the one everybody has in common right now. Everybody on the planet has in common.
We're pirates!
Pirates.
We can
Pirates!
talk about it. We can talk about pirates.
We can't talk
We are
about
pirates.
Yes. All right. So pirates. It's great. It's so fucking
You should
rage-inducing.
probably actually say the name of the game instead of just continuing to call
Sea
it
of
Pirates.
Thieves. Sea of Thieves is what he's talking about.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that game. That game.
And there's
right
a lot
there.
of fucking thieves in the seas that we've been in.
Yes,
Oh
there
my God.
are.
Not
Everybody.
necessarily thieves, just people that want to be dicks.
They stole our shit and then threw it off their ship.
Me and
were
Chicken
chasing
ran
after
across
them.
someone who didn't steal our shit, they just killed us and went sailing on.
I think
Sorry,
that
I
you
think
run
we
the
got like
gamut.
7
I think
chests,
that there's
whatever.
a little bit of everything. Like people that are there to steal from you and people that are just there to ruin your day. And then other people that are just like, there's a ship over there, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Fuck that. That's like 1 in 100 million.
I know.
You find a
people are
pacifist
rare.
pirate. Oh my God. Everyone's just like, we just need to leave each other. No. We're gonna burn down everybody's ship. Fuck everybody. Kill everybody. Take everybody else's stuff. Like nobody wants to work. Well, I guess even if you steal it, you're still working for your treasure, right? You have to take down another ship. You got to steal their shit.
It's actually
Gotta
more
kill 'em.
difficult to go and steal and fight another ship than what it is just to go find the treasure on the island.
That's not necessarily true because then you run the opposite side of the problem, which is you're on the island to find your treasure, and whilst you're out there, somebody comes along and sinks your damn ship.
That's why you
Whilst-
have someone sitting on as guard duty.
Yeah.
Ship
Let
boy.
me remind everybody how that went down. There was 3 of us on the boat and Chicken on the island, and a ship rolls up on us, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a 2-person ship. There's 3 of you. You guys should be fine." Our ship fucking sank, and we all 3 died. Motherfucker.
I guess that's what happens when you don't have the guy who can actually shoot people. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe the combat person should stay aboard.
That'll work for me. I'll be the lookout. You puzzle solvers.
I can take
go
care
out
of
there.
skeletons and whatever else is on there.
I'll kill the rest of the people that come
Yeah,
out.
I'm generally fine with the
NPCs, not a
skeletons.
problem.
I can.
I did
somewhat-
find out. I found out way too late though that you can just stab the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Like
your
if you
lunge?
hold down that right trigger or whatever,
Oh,
it
you
does
mean
a
like
stab.
the charge
Yeah,
thing.
the lunge.
Yeah, the little charge deal. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. I just kept swinging and fucking.
Yeah, that's what I did to a couple of people. Is like I backed up and they're trying to aim, and I just went. Whoop.
Yeah, the
just charge
melee
and
is
stab 'em.
better at close quarters than your shooting is. So, tip.
Yeah, unless you got the
guys.
blunderbuss and then you pop him
that's
with the
true.
blunderbuss.
If
If you hit him with
with
all
the
5
starting
pellets,
weapons,
it's an
though.
insta kill. So
Especially like right in the face.
But let's put information out there for everybody. Okay? If
Okay.
you're playing Sea of Thieves,
Which
the
everybody
object
is.
of the game is to go get treasures of some sort. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then take them back to an outpost. The object of the game is not to just go kill people. This is not Call of Duty. This is an actual pirate
This is-
game where you
yeah,
want
but this-
treasure.
Pirates. Okay, pirates didn't go onto islands and steal a bunch of treasure. Pirates attacked other ships and took their shit.
now
Fair enough.
imagine, wait for the full release of this game, and I've watched a video of it. There's video of it when people are gonna have chests stocked on their thing, skulls stocked on their thing, and like a bunch of cargo and whatnot. People are just gonna jump on, take your little cage of chickens, and jump back on their shit and just leave. Where'd my chickens go? Oh my God! Like, there will be so much for you to steal, and you'll have to be so aware.
Which is fine. But you still have to go hunt for treasure. If
Well,
nobody
and-
hunts for treasure, there's nothing to steal.
I think that the other side of that argument is if you've already come upon a boat and fought them, let's say 3 times in a row and died and had your ship sank every time, you should probably go find something else to do. Like, it's just probably not your thing right there.
Yeah.
You should just
I could agree with that.
stop being a nuisance.
Especially when you run up on them, they blast the shit out of you, sink immediately, and then you have to respawn. But I'm just saying,
I mean,
that would.
You would think that we were speaking from experience. Oh wait, we are speaking from experience. Don't be those guys.
Oh my goodness!
Like, make the game fun. Like, it's fine to be a pirate because we all love to be the pirate, but there's also other shit to do in the game besides just attack people.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, play all parts of the game. Don't be the troll. And if you're a 2-man crew, run from the 4-man crew. Don't try to take on the. Really?
I've
seen far too many 2-man crews take down 4-man crews.
2-man crews are OP.
You can do it. There's fewer targets, and you have a faster ship.
Like,
So-
I mean,
Well, and your ship's smaller.
Yeah, you turn that thing, plus your cannonballs are right there, so you turn that, you're right behind them or right in front of them, and you just blast the lower part of their ship. You kill 1 or 2 of them, and then they're just scrambling, trying to figure out how to repair their ship, and
Right.
it's too late, they're going down.
Well,
But I do agree, the game kind of needs to figure out how it wants to do the respawn thing, because taking out ships or being a pirate or something like that is very hard to do when they just respawn every couple of minutes and then kill you and then kill your ship.
How do you feel? Like, I get it, it's a difficulty level thing, because it kind of says that as you try to go into a game. But how do you feel with 4-man crew, 2-man crew, and 1-man crew all being in the same world?
That's
like at the
fucking
same
awesome.
time.
What they need for something like that, like if a 1-man crew is a badass motherfucker and can kill a 4-man boat by himself,
Bounties.
that definitely. But they need to have it so that you could stop their spawning on their ship. Like somebody was suggesting, put a flag at the top of their crow's nest, take it down, boom, they can't spawn on their ship for 30 seconds. So you take whatever you want, or you get a head start to get the fuck away from them, knock their ship down, and then it gives you a window to do something before they spawn back up and kill you.
I don't disagree with that. I think the thing for me was they did speed up the long missions or whatever that you have. For a 1-man crew, if you do one of the longer missions, it's all on the same island. So it's 3 treasure chests, 1 island. So you don't do 3 different islands and trying to move around or whatever.
Are you
they
doing,
do
like,
get
for a 1-man crew? I mean,
for a 1-man crew.
Is it half a day long, 2 days
That
long,
was a
or
day
more
long.
than 2 days long?
That was a day long.
Oh,
So-
I've had a day long that takes me to like 3 different islands, 1 chest each.
It just did. It was a day long, but it did 3 chests on the 1 island.
I think me and Baka did a 2-day long, and we got 8 chests from 2 chapters. One island had 4 chests on it. Second one had 2 chests on it, and then the next one had 3 chests on it. And then we got.
Were you able to turn them in?
We got attacked. We lost everything. I hate this game.
I'm telling you, like, it's fun until you hit that point where something like that happens, and then the rage is unreal. Like, you may be the most chill player ever, but this game will, for some reason, bring out the worst in you. You will all of a sudden be throwing out curse words that you didn't know existed.
And now, in our case too, just so those that are listening know, we have 3 of us that were playing on an Xbox One, and 1 of us that was playing on a PC.
Crossplay, yay!
Yeah, crossplay.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, really awesome. The fact that it was on there. This question goes out to Baka. Baka, did you have any issues on the PC side, either playing with us, Xbox One people, or did you see any glitches on your side of it that definitely need to be fixed? Not gameplay
the only gripe
thing.
I have
but
so far with the PC version of it is it seems like some of the loading takes a little bit longer. Like, whenever we respawn, the screen stays white forever, and I can
does
hear
for
me
like
too.
combat.
that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
the initial
25
loading
second. It's
in
ridiculous.
process seems to take a bit too.
Yes.
I think their servers are currently fixed right now. The
Maybe.
last few days they have been atrocious. But I mean, I give it to them. That's why they're doing this closed beta. They want to see how their servers hold up. And
You had mentioned,
crash
and I
and
know you
burn.
wanted to talk about it on the show, so since we're at this, discussion part of it, you had mentioned that people were talking about canceling pre-orders because on the first day they couldn't get in, and that, oh my god, how could your servers be so shitty, and this, that, and the other. But this is part of a closed beta. What they're doing is stress testing. They just didn't expect that kind of popularity, and they needed to see how that worked so they could fix it, which they did, so that it didn't happen at launch. So you weren't at launch and unable to play for hours on end. Not to mention, they also extended
Most
the
people,
beta
though,
because
are like,
you could get
I
it.
want results like now, everything, instant gratification.
Yeah, I have to fucking call those people out. Don't be like that. Like, oh my god, I can't tell you how many times I heard them call this No Man's Sea because it's an empty, shallow game that doesn't fucking work. It's a piece of garbage, and I canceled my pre-order, and it's worse than anything that could have expected, and it's not worth buying. I can't wait to watch this game die. It's awful. It's like, you're being so fucking critical of a closed beta game that's showing you maybe 20% of what they have to offer, and you're being a fucking child about it.
Well,
like, holy
let's use the other end of the spectrum, okay? Which is when the first Destiny's beta came out. I played it and I was like, "Oh my god, this is fantastic! They're going to do a great job with this game when it comes out." The game, literally, what I saw in the game was what was fucking in the game.
Yeah, there wasn't anything extra. You saw
There was
everything.
nothing extra other than more worlds. Meanwhile, this one, which people have already data mined, we know there's more in it. You can hear a fucking kraken randomly.
You can hear birds and animals and shit on the
like,
islands that aren't in there yet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like there's shit that's there. So like, come on, and it irritates me because the argument of I am no longer going to be pre-ordering this game. I'm going to cancel my pre-order, everything else, because it doesn't have everything I want in it, even though there's going to be more in it. It's the same argument of, oh my god, melee weapons are in a fucking pirate game, which is
Because
literally,
they were.
not kidding, an argument of the people that were raiding us. We heard them say.
Oh, yeah.
Why are there even melee
This
weapons?
melee stuff is bullshit.
Yep. It's like, you
Yeah,
understand
it's like-
that they had swords. Like, that's what pirates used. Cutlasses, motherfucker. Read a book. Jesus.
Why can't I have a scar, an M16? God.
Fully automatic. What, do you
Fully
want to be like
automatic.
modern day pirates? Maybe Call of Duty should get on
Pirates
that.
Somalia.
It worked for Assassin's Creed. They made modern.
I mean,
or
they
not
may
modern,
do
but they
it.
made a pirate game. So
They may
now
do
all we
it.
need to do is have Activision make a modern day pirate game for Call of Duty, and those people can go play that.
Right?
I'm not gonna miss them. Trust me.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
But
They
I
really
love I love the game. Like, from the little bit we've gotten to see, it's fun, and I like how it feels alive. No matter what you're doing, you're always trying to be aware of, I'm looking around, trying to keep an eye out for the little lamps in distance, and then as soon as you see one, you try to scurry away, or you're like, coming for you. We're coming for you right now.
Turn your lights off, people. There's a pro tip
Yes,
for
they
you.
can see you from
Turn
far,
the lanterns
far away.
off.
Yeah, just the lanterns, they kill me. Because I'm like, when the moon's out, you can see fine. You don't need lanterns.
Some people prefer to be like, we're right here. Come on, bitch. You want some? I'm right here.
So it's
I
either
got a
a
bunch of
taunt
treasure
or
chests.
you don't know better and you're about to get shown why you should turn those off.
And some people don't care. Like, they're like, all right, cool. I mean, I will 100% say it makes it so much easier to fucking see when you have the goddamn lanterns on. God, trying to run around that shit blind, you're like, shit, where am I? I'm stuck on a fucking cannon. Let me go around.
Yeah, that's why there's brightness levels inside of your settings. Just saying.
Really? I looked in the settings, but I couldn't find it.
There's settings that's in there. It'll help you see.
Yes,
I turned mine
yes. Yes, I will need to turn
I like
mine
the
up,
fact
yeah.
that the lanterns work underwater too.
And that you can
Yes.
shoot a pistol underwater, too?
Yeah, it's like, the gunpowder's all soaking wet, but
Technically,
It works.
a nowadays gun will work underwater.
But we're not messing with scars and M16s, though. We're messing with fucking flintlock pistols.
Pew pew, motherfuckers.
The one where you have to like shoot, reload, shoot.
But you know what?
reload.
I'm very thankful for that because, well, video games. And we're basically cartoon video games.
Yeah.
And
it's really
on
pretty,
top of
though.
that, sharks, okay? Sharks fucking are evil.
Oh my
You know
god!
what? I'm gonna laugh if they throw in a Sharknado reference somewhere in that game
Oh God.
with
Please
all the
no.
sharks.
You know what, though?
I-
The 6 that I saw the other day chasing me seemed like that. I'm just saying.
I will say that ringing the bell does call sharks to you too. So
Does it?
Really?
yes, if you ring the bell, you call
Oh,
sharks
wow.
to you.
Okay,
Yes.
well I'm not touching that ever.
So
Well,
next
but
time
hold
we
on,
have
that's not a
somebody
bad
trying to
plan if you're
swim
being
aboard our
attacked.
Ship.
Exactly. So if you've got people coming on you, you ring the bell real quick, and you got sharks coming in. The streamer I was watching, like, he was standing on the edge of his ship. He got back up, and I am not fucking kidding. There were 9 sharks that were circling him, and then they all just bolted off in one direction. He's like, "What is there, like some sort of shark meeting going on, or where you guys going?" Like, they all just swam off in one direction. It's like, uh-oh, so either someone's ringing their bell or they smell blood in the water.
Well, I do know if you shoot one shark with the sniper, if you shoot to one shark with the sniper and he bolts, they'll follow. But the problem is they come back.
Yeah. Sharks
Thought
have
we
been
were
turned-
gone.
numbers.
Hell no. We ain't finished here.
I've died to sharks too many times. Like, oh my
They
God.
always scare me. It never fails to, like, if one bites me while I'm in the water, it's always, like, the worst part of a scary game ever for me. I don't know why.
It's
think I
because
just
you know you're
accept it.
dead at that point. You're like, shit, there's a shark here, which means there's at least 2 other ones. God damn it. God damn it.
Get
sharks.
the bananas! Get the bananas!
I'm eating bananas to keep myself alive. I'm
I'm
tanking
drowning,
the
but I'm
sharks.
stuffing bananas down my. So what the
Bananas
hell?
My
Oh,
477
oxygen
tests
rich,
that I've got out here floating in the water. I'll protect them.
I do think
Swim
it's funny
fast,
that
sink to
bananas
shore.
can keep you from drowning. Like, I don't think that's how that banana works, but
Hey, don't doubt our cartoon world, okay?
maybe some
Exactly.
bananas actually have, like, the banana in the middle, like, under the peel, but the other bananas, you've, like, already eaten the banana out of the middle and just filled it with air, so it's, you know.
Bloop. Oh
Yeah.
shit, my anchor.
They should do like some kind of a dive suit.
Also,
that's
also
something
having 6 gunpowders on the back of your ship
Don't do that.
might not be the wisest idea if you're a pirate if you board a ship. If you decide to shoot those while you're standing next to them, might not be a good plan.
Put them in the
Just
crow's
saying.
nest, people. Put them in the fucking crow's. Put them on either in the crow's nest or on the very tip of your ship, and then you can ram somebody and shoot it.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Explosive battering ram.
What,
exactly.
in an effort to not make the whole show about pirates, do you guys want to talk about some other stuff that you have played this week and stuff?
I want to congratulate Mr. Elite Chicken 313 for
Oh.
being on the leaderboard of speedrunning for Resident Evil 4. He is number 40th in the world at the normal level.
New game plus PC 60 FPS.
Yep.
Yay!
So, awesome sauce.
So 40th place on that one. That's
He is
one
the only
leaderboard
person that
I'm
can
on.
claim that he is actually a good gamer. He has proof.
Well, speedrunner. That's one game. I plan on getting records across multiple games.
So are you gonna try for a better time with Resident Evil, or are you just gonna shelve it for a while because, hey, I made it? Or
Maybe a little of both. I haven't.
Okay.
See, these hands are good.
These
It's like muscle
hands.
memories. Like whenever I get into a game, it takes me a second, but as soon as I do, it's right back to where I was when I stopped playing. So it's like when I can pick up a game and learn it very
He's
fast.
right, and it makes me so salty. I'm like, I don't
Okay,
remember how any of these
here's-
mechanics work. He's like,
Here's
I've got
what I
this.
would like to see. You ready?
Spear fingers. Spear
No,
fingers.
no, what I would like to see is this. I want you to get, because you've mentioned Paper Mario and a few other games.
Castlevania, Diablo 2.
Okay. I want you to get them up to the point that you feel comfortable with them. Let's say 5 total, right? And then
Okay.
Monday through Friday, you do a speed run on every single one of them.
Oof.
Wow.
So you see what I mean? So you do a speed run on a Monday of one of the games, Tuesday another game, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? And so that way, your job is to try to set a new record on every one of those days, or at least a new personal goal.
That's
Right?
not a bad idea. Be able to like do a speedrun week and just play a different game.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be funny.
One of my
Wait,
speedrunning
which
games every day.
Castlevania are you gonna speedrun? Please, not the 64 one.
Symphony of the Night.
Okay, that one. Yeah, okay. I was about
That
to say, if
one
you're
is
doing the 64 one, you're punishing yourself way too much.
No, Symphony of the Night is the one that I would choose.
Fuck,
Because that
beat
one's
that
very popular. It's got a big community, and I fucking love that game. And some of the tricks people can do is pretty legit. And I pride myself on being able to
Also do those tricks?
learn these kind of tricks. Like, I mean, I got Resident Evil 4 down. I know how to run I know how to run it now. I just got to optimize myself.
Which is fun to watch. Like if you haven't watched Chicken stream Resident Evil 4, I definitely recommend going in and watching that, because it's just you need to start with the whole like the 8-9 hour run, whatever the fuck that was.
That was the new game run. Game run.
Yeah, trying to get all the stuff together, and then he did a 3-hour run where he was still doing some treasure hunting in order to be able to get some a few more weapons. And then he did a run after he started his speed running. He actually did a run where he went through and got golden eggs, which was fun and exciting, and I sit there and enjoyed watching. I watched probably 90% of all of his runs this past week just because it was entertaining. And then leading up to something like Sea of Thieves, it was a little different for sure. But the best part is, if you're not a Resident Evil 4 fan, because you don't like the fact that the character doesn't run, there's a way around that.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that running action going on.
Yeah, you can actually run with the character, so that's fun and entertaining. So I really liked like this whole speed running thing or whatever, everything that you're doing currently. It's enjoyable on the show. And by the way, as we mentioned last week, the fact that on the 200th episode, he does have the subscription tab now. He's got 4 subscribers. Yeah. 6
Yay.
Subscribers. Look at that.
Rolling.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
But,
well, I know. That's why you have me.
Yeah.
Brag about my buddy.
J-Mac subscribed while I was off stream, so I'll give him a shout out here. I appreciate it.
Ollie did
the
off
subscribers.
stream.
Yes, Ollie did too. Red subscriber gave him a shout out. Probably won't
Snitty.
even hear this.
He won't hear this.
Okay.
Ollie will.
No, Baka has not.
What? Just kidding.
I-
No, but he's given like
I ain't calling anybody out or anything like that.
how many of the
but
little gym things has he given though?
The bits.
Yeah.
the bit
I gave
war.
1,000 bits, and then
Yeah.
Red was
Yeah, he
like,
and
"No,
Red had
you're
a
not
bit
gonna beat
war.
me," and I made him basically give more.
Yeah, but anyway, I appreciate all the support on the channel, all of it. And I'm gonna take that and just put it back into the channel, and basically, invest into myself. Yes. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you.
I'll
Twitch
make sure
affiliate
he
is
spends the
awesome.
money wisely.
Yes. So that's the Twitch thing. I mean, I stream every day except for Saturday. Currently, I've been on point.
Yes,
day.
unless something unforeseen happens, you should be good to go.
Now I got to ask you. You started Subnautica yesterday. What do you think?
Yes. It's pretty good. I haven't gotten to start building my thing yet. I've found an alien island. Weird thing. But so far, I really, really, really enjoy the game. It's a lot of fun. The mechanics are incredible. They did not do very much development on the sea to land transition, because I'm like the little thing, and he'll
be
just like
swimming like
he'll
5
just like
feet.
swim right across the land, and then he'll pop up. And it's like,
Yep.
all right, I guess that'll work.
Yes, that happens.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's pretty good. I haven't gotten too deep into it yet, but hey.
Grif, what have you been playing?
Oh, I wonder what she's been playing.
Actually, I guess there's 2 things that I could talk about. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. Judge me if you want. I played fucking Dream Daddy for like 9 hours last weekend.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Oak gifted it to me during the Steam sale, for the winter sale, and I was like,
That was part of
"Oh,
her New Year's present.
Sure, whatever."
I gave her Christmas presents, so we'll say New Year's.
But I was like, I'll install this at some point and play it. And I knew Chicken was going to be streaming, so I was like, well, I'll just play this while he's streaming, because it's something that I can easily look away from and whatever. But I've never played a dating sim before, so this is my first experience with that genre. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how it was supposed to work or, anything like that, but it was actually really clever. And the humor in it was fun, and let me tell you, I'm disappointed that it doesn't work out. Like, I dated several of the dads, and I'm disappointed that it doesn't work out with all of them. And there's one guy in specific that I'm like, you live next door, I'm gonna burn your house down. So, just know that if you ever jilt me, motherfucker, arson is my friend. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I was like typing to Oak. I'd be like, this thing just happened. Oh my god. This thing just happened. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's the most communication we've had in like, 5 years. But when it was all in one day.
I mean, it's your fault. You're the one that bought the game. I had to tell you about it.
I figured you'd like it. Like
It was
I
fun.
knew that Red owned it, which is obvious. Red should own that. But I was like, with you, it was just kind of like I figured the humor and stuff that they had in the trailer and things would be right up your alley, and I was like, I'll let her do that. And like we've talked about Hatful Boyfriend before on
Oh my
on
god,
the
the
show,
pitch dating sim.
but Danny O'Dwyer's Hatful Boyfriend, like, that is actually one of the things that caused this show to happen, because he would play it on Random Encounter, and Grif and I would talk about what was ever going on, and like I'd come in for lunch or whatever, and we'd sit down for lunch, and that was our lunch date, because we do coffee now because of our schedules the way they currently line up, but the way our schedules used to line up is we'd able to do lunch, and for lunch it would be right around the time that Danny was doing his stuff for GameSpot, and he would do Hatful Boyfriend, and it just reminded me of that. I saw I was like, okay, Dream Daddy.
Let me tell you, Dream Daddy's probably better written than Hatful Boyfriend.
Fair enough.
Also, you're dating humans instead of pigeons, so that's a big bonus.
Dating simulator, come on.
Let me tell you, though, I went into it going, okay, because they put all the daddies up on the screen, which, oh my god, that's just so
Can't you
weird
just
to
please
say.
call them dads? Why do you gotta keep calling them daddies?
Because that's what they
Because
are.
that's
It's
what they're called.
Okay,
but-
I still find the name of the game creepy.
Anyway, I was like, okay, I'm going into this, and I'd already like picked one out that I'm like, I'll probably like this guy the best. So I went through it and picked out one that I was gonna like. I was like, I'll finish the game with this guy first, just to see, because he's my least favorite at present. Oh my god, he was the most adorable dad. I fucking loved him. Vampire Dad is best dad. That is all. I mean,
Vampire Dad is best dad.
yes.
Words of wisdom
I probably
from
won't
Grif.
really care for him. He's a little over the top for me. Second date, I was like, okay, I'm getting into this. And then the third date is like the serious date. And I was like, I'm in. I'm getting married to this man. What are we doing here? So, it was a lot of fun, though. And beyond that, because I played it all in, like, seriously one night, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. And let me tell you, I'm a really good Junkrat. I mean, I get that everybody's like, he's cheap. But to be fair, you can ask anybody at any point what character's the cheapest, and it'll be whatever just owned them last. So, I get that a lot.
There are certain heroes that take a very, very, very high skill cap, like a good Widowmaker.
That's true.
She'll just pop you. If she's good, she's gonna pop you in your face, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck, bitch is hacking."
Which we found out Newbie is actually pretty good at.
Yeah, he made a Pharah, like, stop being Pharah, like, quit her
Like-
life as Pharah forever, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Farrah was wrecking us, kept hitting us from behind and flanking us, and Newbie switched to Widowmaker, and we were like, all right, is Widowmaker, you got to make sure you take her out.
He's like,
And-
Was it
okay,
the night
Pop.
I had to bail because my shit wouldn't update?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. And he's like, okay, and not even 3 seconds later, it says he killed her. I was like, damn, all right, cool, just keep her oppressed. Dead. Farrah's off
Like,
the other
every
team.
time Pharah showed up, he just killed her immediately, and she finally stopped playing Pharah. I'm like, oh, fuck
And
it.
we won that game, too,
Yep.
by the way. Like, color me shocked, but damn, you tell him to give him a target, and he just keeps her down. I was
See,
like, all right, man.
I wish that everybody took direction like that, or that every sniper understood what their role was like that, because I played a game yesterday. I've been playing, Mayhem mode was available yesterday, which is you basically get your abilities super fast. So people pick some really overpowered characters sometimes. And it was the Hollywood map, which has a very good vantage point for a Bastion or a Torbjorn turret up at the top of that little ladder or elevator thing. Oh my god. We had 2 snipers on our team, and they were trying to shoot the tanks on the other team instead of the Bastion that kept mowing us down and was 100% stationary. I'm like, I'm gonna rage quit and just punch somebody. If you are gonna pick sniper, if you insta-lock a sniper and you do not focus on the things that are far away from your team that are all relatively close to mid-range, you are just a failure swap characters. Never play that again.
That's horrible. Why would you switch to a sniper?
Because sometimes people don't understand their role in the game. Like, I mean, if you play a sniper or a ranged hero like that, even McCree, because his reticle doesn't get bigger, he can hit you from range
McCree's
if he's got good shot.
kind of a sniper.
But hit your priority targets, the ones in the back. Hit the Mercy flying around. Hit the Symmetra who's running around. Hit the Bastion, the Torbjorn, the people that are basically defensive heroes that are trying to play, back. Hit them. They're your targets.
Oh my god, please, don't shoot the tanks. Don't shoot the Reinhardt that has his shield up. Why would you do that? Oh,
I mean, situations change. Yeah, if the Reinhardt turns around, you can hit him in the head, go ahead.
But if he's just standing there in front of his team with the shield up, and you can see the Bastion above on the fucking roof that is not shielded, why are you trying to shoot at the people that have a shield in front of them? What is your problem? What kind of damage do you have? Just please stop.
Good Lord. They may not have damage in the brain. They may just not be smart enough to recognize their role in the game. Good gracious.
You insta-locked a sniper. Stop. Also, the Mercy that insta-locked Mercy in one of those games, she's a healer, right? Okay, you insta-locked Mercy. Okay, why are you only healing the Reinhardt that's not taking damage? Why are you power boosting the Reinhardt or damage boosting the Reinhardt that's just holding a shield and not actually damaging anything? What are you doing with your life as Mercy? What? Why did you res me, a Junkrat, in the middle of a freaking Roadhog ult? All I'm gonna do is stand up and immediately die again, which is exactly what happened. Why? What? Let me tell you, yesterday was a real roller coaster for me. In Overwatch, though.
How was this morning? Because we know you
Oh
played
my god. Mayhem mode is a lot of fun. I played with Foxy yesterday, and she was like, I said, we're gonna play a Mayhem, and she's like, why do they call it Mayhem? And because after the first one, we had a relatively slow game, that first game. The second, I was like, because things get crazy. You get your abilities, like, back to back to back. So if you get people that are actually putting up a good fight, everybody's using everything all on the payload at the same time. It is just chaos. It is just chaos.
Spend 10 minutes on a single point.
But
after overtime.
Yeah, I was like, I have time to play an Overwatch game before we do the podcast today, so I'm going to do that. Let me tell you, Mayhem mode can sometimes be so frustrating because of that. Everybody, there was a Zarya on their team, the other team, that was just standing on the payload because she could put her shield on, like, repeatedly. And the Mercy on their team was just flying around and healing everybody. And our team's like, which button is for shooting? You guys, seriously. It took forever, but we ended up winning because we got, like, choke pointed them at one point. And I went to Lucio so I could, like, push people off the payload, and we were in overtime. And the longer you're in overtime, the quicker that timer goes down when nobody's touching the payload. And so I was trying to push them off, but I couldn't push her far enough, so our Roadhog finally went around behind their team, grabbed the Zarya, and yanked her back long enough for me to boop everybody else out of the way, and we won. It's like, yay! Finally somebody understands. Why do you look perplexed by that, Chicken?
Is anybody else having audio issues from her?
Yes, but she's recording her own, so I'm reacting
I just wanted to make sure, because I could only hear, like, every other word, or your volume fluctuates.
I am a professional, sir.
I mean, I've only got one ear to hear out of.
Smile on my face, things are good, keep going.
I do, so I can look perplexed. Perplexion is my...
Perplexion is your permanent state?
Yes, I'm always perplexed. Have you seen people? People are confusing.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So, you guys want to is there anything else we need to talk about game-wise, or you guys want to talk news?
Subnautica and Shadows of the Damned a little bit. Other than that, not played a whole lot. I've watched a lot of Seinfeld because I've got trivia that's coming up this week. So that's about it. And Sea of Thieves, of course, because we've already talked about that. But, yeah.
What about you, Baka? What have you played?
Well, me and you did the Hearthstone double team thing,
which was a lot of fun.
Sounds dirtier coming from Baka than it would have from Chicken. I'm just saying.
My god, you guys!
Because totally dubbed that double.
Moving
team.
On.
We totally.
Oh my god!
Destroyed that dragon.
Moving on.
Okay, now we're moving on. Other than that, I have been like liberating cities in Just Cause 3.
Yeah, getting those highest scores, huh?
Trying to beat out Grif,
crashed
huh?
out the last time I played. Like, I had played for like an hour and it crashed out. So I'm frustrated with it right now, so I haven't been back.
I've done that one a few times where I had just like so many explosions going off at once, it just completely crashed out the game.
Mine, it wasn't even explosions. I was trying to tab out. I was watching Chicken stream, and I was like, not even in a combat situation, and I tabbed out. And for some reason, it wasn't just that the game crashed, it crashed my graphics drivers. Like, everything just went down. I had a pop-up that's like, your graphics drivers have failed. Okay.
The game did something then.
Yeah, something happened and things went bad. So I'm mad at it. I'll get your scores though.
Oh,
Coming for you.
She calling you out. Yeah, she says you're bad. She gonna get your scores.
My angry face.
Angry.
I can't give you the finger with this hand, so
I got two perfectly good ones.
Damn.
I've got like one and then like this.
So 4? Is that what we're looking at? 4?
Yeah, that's
That is not how you do the Vulcan sign, sir.
All
I
right.
can't even do that at the moment. God damn it!
What else we got?
Anything else game-wise, Baka?
Not that I
No?
can think of
Okay.
offhand.
Perfect.
All right, then.
You guys start the news. I'll be right back.
I want to bitch a bit.
Take
Can
this.
I bitch
You
a
can
bit
do it.
about some of the news that's going on?
What are you gonna bitch about?
About the fact that Ark is getting a Minecraft-like spinoff. I just
Pixar.
like we used to say, like when we started playing Ark, we'd go, okay, this is an adult version of Minecraft.
Yeah, pretty much. But it didn't have dinosaurs in it. Come on. This is like there's a whole fucking audience that Ark can't tap into.
Fair enough.
This taps into it. All Microsoft saw and Ark saw when somebody came up with this idea was cha-ching, and the fucking money
Jurassic
signs
Park
rolled.
is going to get another movie. Let's cash
yeah,
in on that.
but the developer's Snell Games, not the developer of Minecraft.
It's called PixArk. You can guarantee that they got licensed to do it. I mean, they used the fucking Ark symbol. You know that shit is licensed from.
Yeah, but that's Ark. I mean, that's whatever the hell their name is. I can't even remember now. But
yeah, but Microsoft owns Minecraft, and they're like, "Oh, this is perfect. You can mix the two games together and get another moneymaker. Let's do it."
well, and they will. I
They
don't disagree
will.
with that. Actually, watching the video makes me want to play a Minecraft-like game, and I never wanted to do that before. So
I still don't want to do it.
yeah, but I mean, really, it's like it took you how long to build your game? After
It's still not done.
a year longer than you had told us, and plus 4 months, plus however long it takes you to get the glitches out of the damn game that you should have been working on the whole damn time instead of more content. And we've got more content in the regular game, and now we've got a new product. It's just, it kills me. Absolutely kills me. And so PC and Xbox One, I guess, are getting it for whatever their early access version is.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
and
it's
then,
definitely a licensing deal. Now let's see who owns this company.
But to be fair, PlayStation 4 and Switch, you know, like I could see playing this on the Switch.
Oh yes, it'll definitely be okay. Snail Games. It's definitely going to be popular.
Sorry, I'm playing with my camera now.
Obviously,
It started slipping after I got up, I guess.
Wow,
I don't know what the hell's
they're
going
the ones
on.
making Dark and Light.
they're gonna do Dark and Light.
They're the
Same
ones that
people?
are doing Dark and Light. The same company.
Well, that's unusual.
It's very unusual.
I always thought of them as a competitor to Ark.
So did I.
That's weird.
It's
Snail
done by the
Games.
same. It's the same engine that built it.
Wow. Okay, that's wild. Okay. Huh. All right, that's weird. I don't know how a company like that would have gotten permission from their competitors to make a spin-off of their competitor's game.
I guess because one's kind of medieval-ish,
It's medievalish for sure.
and the other one's prehistoric. I don't know how you pull that one off, but whatever.
Magic.
Money.
Magic. Did you say
money,
magic?
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, in this day and age, no shit. But
looks like the EA Dice is reworking the Star Wars Battlefront 2 progression system.
Oh my god, what?
Raise your hand if you're surprised.
Actually, yeah,
Ain't
a
nobody
little. I'm
surprised
actually
up in here.
surprised they didn't just try to let this kind of fall under the rug and then continue on with it like it was no big deal.
You
Fair
know
enough.
what would have happened if they would have came back out with that loot system. It would have been fucking hell freezing over 2.0, and everybody.
Well, I think
been like,
you got a lot
dare
of Disney
to.
going. No, that's not
Especially
coming back
with the
ever.
bill that just was brought to the floor. This is the political thing, but they are actually right now in the Senate looking at considering loot boxes gambling.
Well, they
Like
kind
there
of
will
are.
be
I mean,
regulations among it now, so it's seriously pushing its way forward. So companies, you better beware now.
So hold on, I'm
So
looking
that
at this
means
going. All right, so
Activision
we
needs to beware.
Oh yeah, Activision and Ubisoft and Blizzard.
the way that money gets thrown around in our government and other governments that are like that. Do you think that it's one of those where they're going? There's guys that are casino owners going.
that's
Should
all
I put my money into turning this down, or should I put my money into allowing this to happen? I'm confused. I don't know which way to go.
Well, if
Pretty
they put it
much.
into having it to where it passes, that means, I mean, it's just something else to compete with, I guess. But
Yeah, I would
But at
say
the
they
same
would
time, if they
put it in to
like if
shut
they
it down,
let
right?
it go, you're also conditioning. You're using that to condition kids to be gamblers. So I guess in the long run, they're hoping they could grow up to be casino gamblers.
but they're not going to be
as
going to
well.
the casinos when they can just sit at home and just.
Well, I
you
guess
know, buy
that's true
loot
too.
boxes.
Yeah. And I saw a very interesting argument, and you can go ahead and we can discuss this. But somebody talked about how it's similar to card packs and gambling wise, but the main difference is that when you buy cards and whatnot, it's a physical thing in which you can trade among other people, and it has an actual value that you can create among your peers with that. So it's not the same as gambling, because gambling is like you're spending money for a random chance at random things. Yeah, you're doing the same thing with cards, but you create value, and then you can
Yeah,
trade
but
those
you
with
could
your
argue
other
that a
people.
system like PUBG already does that because you can buy your loot box and then sell it for a
Exactly.
real value.
So it has a money value. Does the actual money in a marketplace make gambling different? Because you can, like, I buy loot boxes and then I sell that for money.
On PUBG.
Am I technically gambling? Because not really, because the loot boxes, I buy the loot boxes with in-game currency and make real money from that because I'm selling a product that people want.
So you become a vendor essentially.
Exactly. So is that the same as
You're
gambling?
like a second party vendor.
Because it feels so
I think
odd.
the difference you run into is like with when you're talking about Battlefront is the fact that the loot boxes from that don't have anything to do with exclusively cosmetic.
You were buying power at some point.
You're buying power essentially, and where something like PUBG, I don't have to go buy that to be any better.
Right.
I just have to put more time in it to get the same product you do, and so I think that's where the difference is. Where in the idea of gambling is if I put $1 in and I get $5 back, I have now made more money than I originally put in. And I think that's where they're looking at this as gambling, is the fact that you put in $80 and you lose $80 because you don't really get anything back from it, or you don't get what you're wanting from it, that it creates that, or you get a little something you want from it. So people will go back to it and they put more money into it and try to buy it. And when you're dealing with kids, it becomes an issue. It's McDonald's, which is an extremely large corporation, ran into the same problem with their Monopoly system that they ran. Based on the Parker Brothers Monopoly game, they have to where you'd go in and you would purchase let's say a combo meal, a Big Mac combo meal. So on the Big Mac itself, it would have a particular thing that you could strip off.
One.
Yeah, you could strip off, and it would have a thing to put on
The game board.
a game board, if that's what you want to call it. It's a sheet of paper, but sure, we'll call it a game board. Put it on that, and then same thing for a drink, a large drink if you supersize, when supersize was still a thing. and you went in and did that, and
America.
yeah, America, and you go in and then you would either win something free, you'd get like a free egg McMuffin for breakfast or whatever, and then there would be a couple of pieces that you'd be able to put down, and a lot of times it's the same system. It's one of those where you're going to get a whole lot of you're not going to go to a whole lot of park places, or you might get a lot of park places, but Boardwalk is very fucking rare. It's just not going to happen. And I think that that's where we're kind of at with this. Is it's the same type of thing, and the government said, "Hey, this is legitimately gambling," and so they had to change how they did it and not put it towards kids. They still do the Monopoly system, I think, once a year or something like that. But
they didn't do it last year.
Yeah, I don't think
they
did.
might have got rid of it totally then.
Because
So
there's advertisements everywhere, and I don't remember seeing any last year.
I've got one right here. This is reading.
why do you hold on? Why do you randomly have one?
I've actually got like 4 right here. Here's another one.
Why? But again, why are these
Why,
things
why
on
do
your
you have
desk?
these?
Because when I would go, I would put them in my wallet, and they fell out of my wallet a few weeks ago, and I just threw them on my desk because they're useless. I haven't thrown them away yet.
Oh, fair
His
enough.
desk is kind of a catch-all for things like that. He
Oh,
takes
hell
stuff out
yeah.
of his pockets after work, and like it's still there.
Oh yeah, trust me. This is my organizational space. Don't judge. Everybody has their own. So,
We can't see it, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. See the cats, and that's all that matters.
That's right. That's right.
there.
But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know when it comes to gambling and gaming and things like that. It's like it's a really touchy subject. Anything loot box wise, I think you hit it on it, Chicken. You hit it the nail on the head when all this first came out, which is cosmetics. That's the thing.
Something that doesn't affect gameplay.
Yeah,
So
if it doesn't affect
cosmetics
game,
are not gambling. Is that
Right.
what we're
I would
looking at?
say that it's not. I mean, I guess
It still is. It
kind of
if
is,
it passes
because
into
with
law,
Overwatch-
it will still be considered gambling.
Which means Ghost Recon Wilds is going to be screwed.
yeah.
Which-
'cause
so
they
is
announce
Overwatch.
loot boxes.
Which comes to the point of, does creating a marketplace remove the aspect of gambling if you can spend money to buy, like, because then it would technically be investing. Because you buy a bunch of loot boxes, you get this super rare one, you spend $80, you get this super rare outfit that's worth $100, and then you sell that, and you've made your money plus some. So,
I don't like the resell. I think that's where it becomes a problem for me. And not to knock anybody that does resell. I'm just saying the fact that that's where it becomes an issue for me, is because now I've put $80 in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing to put the money in order to possibly get this particular item to be able to resell at a higher value, right?
Okay.
Right. So it's like PUBG, except you don't have to spend any real money for it.
Right.
People are making... I think I've made $30 off of PUBG just selling cosmetics, and that's money that they don't get.
And see, and I think that's a personal choice. Like I really think, like, if I'm dumb enough to pay $30 to or whatever it is, because when they're like a mini dress for $400 at one point,
Yeah.
whatever it is, if I'm willing to pay that amount for it, that's dumb on whoever buys that product.
I mean, some people have so much disposable income that they don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you want your character to be in a freaking mini dress, okay, cool.
But some
You
of
can
it,
either
like
put
with
your time in or pay $400. Boom, done.
But the way Chicken's doing it, though, he hasn't put in any money of his own. He's buying it with currency that he earned through Steam already. So there's
And then
there's
people
still
are
not
buying
a
it from
I guess
me.
a real
But
money.
what I'm saying is if let's say Chicken got the mini dress and somebody paid him $400, it's dumb on the person that paid the $400.
Well,
Not
yeah,
the
I
first.
agree with that.
Unless
It's not.
they
That
technically
has
didn't
anything to do with the game. It has everything to do with the person that paid the money to do it.
What if they
versus
never
the
have,
game set up to do that.
But what if
Does
they
that make
never
sense?
actually put that $400 in there? They sold stuff. Like, I mean, I have $15 that I didn't put into my Steam wallet. I sold cards, and I sold things, cosmetics and whatnot, and I have $15. I could go buy, like, 3 games with stuff I've...
But again, it's
never
personal
spent.
choice at that point, because now what you're doing is this: is you're created a market. You've thrown something into the market that somebody is willing to pay astronomical prices for. You as the seller, there's no issue there, because the game itself never said, "Hey, this is going to cost you $10, $12, $15. It's going to cost you amount of time to be able to play and unlock it. Right? Versus what was going on with Battlefront 2, which was you have to put this amount of money in, or you have to put an astronomical amount of time in order to be able to possibility unlock this. And if you did, it was going to be a power issue, not just an issue with cosmetics. Now, when it comes to Wildlands with the cosmetics, I think the prices are $1.50, $2, $3, whatever. I don't see a whole lot of issues with that. There's not a big deal with that. But I still don't like the idea of loot boxes. I like the idea of being able to purchase what I want. I like to be able to, like, if I get a bunch of coin, I like to be able to take that coin and be able to buy what I want. Like every other game that's single player, multiplayer ever, go in and buy. It doesn't affect the gameplay. It just affects how I feel about my player.
Think about it like that. How do games sustain themselves? Like, we'll take Ubisoft. They've got a bunch of things. Games that want to become a service, like they want to give you years of dedication and lots of stuff. Rainbow Six does it great. Every year they come out with a huge pack of stuff, and you can buy it for $30, and you're invested for the year. But They also have the little card packs that you can spend. You can buy. Their loot boxes they just look different. But I mean, they use those to sustain the game. Like,
I think that you could be sustainable. I mean, look at Riot. They're sustaining themselves, and you don't have to buy a loot box. You can specifically purchase the thing that you want. It's like going to the store and saying, "I want to buy." I mean, they do. You can do mystery heroes and gift them to people and all that stuff.
They have the
or
little
mystery
chests
skins.
now, the hex tech chests.
But you can still have the option to go and buy the one that you want. Whereas with a lot of the other loot box games, even Overwatch, you can spend $15 and still not get the thing that you want, though.
Not in Heroes. You can buy everything you could buy by itself.
In Heroes, but not in Overwatch.
Heroes in League. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's what I'm saying, is some games like to pick and choose what you can and can't spend your money on.
Well, Overwatch still gives you things that are available. It's just they don't give you enough gold to make that happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is you could be like, this new event just came out. I really, really, really want that new Lucio skin. Well, that skin's 1,000 gold, or 3,000, I can't remember.
I think it's 3,000.
But you could spend $15 on loot boxes, open every single one of them, not get any extra money, and still not have that Lucio skin. So you spent $15 to get one thing that you wanted, and you still don't have any way to obtain it. Like, specifically that thing. It's still sort of gambling in that respect.
That's true. See, that's where it starts getting to the point of business decisions. I mean, what's going to make you more money? I mean, if people were in Overwatch, if people were allowed to buy just exactly what they want, would they even buy loot boxes?
Well, but that's the reason that's why this controversy started in the first place.
It's
because
it's an easy way to make money.
And it's also the reason that
like Heroes of the Storm, where you can go like purchase, or like League of Legends, where you can purchase the little coin things and then use those to buy skins and whatnot. I mean, Overwatch, they could change it where it's like, okay, give us like $10 and you get this amount of gold coins.
Yeah, you could do something like that where it's your own currency situation, or you could make more things that have customizable options. Like, yeah, you've got the skins, but you could also, instead of theming everything, you could also lump their weapons into other skins, so you have more options to make money. I mean, granted, nobody's going to buy extra sprays or voice lines, probably.
Exactly. But I mean, those kind of things, and the same thing in Heroes of the Storm, they're just filler stuff. They're fun to have. I mean, I'm not going to be like, I hate all of my sprays and skins and shit.
Right.
I like to spray shit around. You know, you BM the shit out.
But if I'm going to spend money on something specific, it's probably going to be a skin for either the character themselves or their mount or weapon or something like that. It's not going to be, let me buy this spray.
That's true, but that's the point of the marketing, is that they do things like that so that they.
But
can
that's how it's gambling, though. Like, that's why that is the root reason that it is gambling, even though it is just cosmetics, is that you are putting money in on the chance to get something you want.
And I don't like Overwatch being thrown into that, even though, you know, I don't see any different in the fact that the way the loot box itself works is exactly the same, which is you have a chance of getting something that you want, and a chance of not getting something that you want is probably higher.
Right.
You know, I think the difference is when you're dealing with something like Battlefront 2,
where you're buying power.
You were doing power before, and they're changing how the actual system set up. You know, what was it, 40-something hours? Somebody figured out
it was 40
to lock
hours.
one hero.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that progression system does not work, but the what that has brought to light now is going to affect all loot boxes.
Yeah, that's what I was about
what
to point
now.
out. It doesn't matter that it's cosmetic or power. It's whatever law gets passed or ruling gets handed down. That's going to be the word of law for all of it across the board.
Yeah, like
it's not going to
cosmetics, not cosmetics doesn't work. But
what was that?
I have no idea.
Yelling and banging.
But things like that, you put money in, you try to get something that you could trace that back down to like those little coin machines. You drop a quarter in there, I want that toy out of it. You turn it, you don't get it. You drop another quarter in there, you keep going. Except it was done with minor things, except they're just doing it in video games, and it wasn't considered gambling then, but why not?
I think the difference is a quarter.
Oh, so it's the amount of money
thing.
makes a
It's
difference?
the amount of money you're handing. It's like and here's the thing is if I give you a quarter and you put it in one of the machines and you get one little item out and it's not exactly what you wanted, then I give you another quarter, you do the exact same thing. You can continue on and do that, and it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. But
you could probably empty one of those machines for like $15.
Versus,
hey, $50 get you like 60 loot boxes. So. Who are you gonna go and empty one of those machines, or are you gonna buy loot boxes?
Well,
I mean, yeah, but you probably won't have to spend all.
You know what the difference is I can physically hold what I have in my hand.
Yeah, but then you lose it 2 days later. Or you get one of those little sticky hand things.
If I lose it 2 days later, that's on me. But I mean, the thing is, at least I have physically something in my hand. Versus a loot box.
But then you're also like gambling if you want to put it on that base level, then you're also gambling when you buy a box of like. The little gummy snacks, because when you open the snack pack, you're not guaranteed that you're gonna get like all 4 reds and 1 orange. You're gonna get like 3 oranges and 2 yellows and not get anything that you want. Because trust me, yellows are the worst ones.
So loot boxes are just a manifestation and a bigger version of what's already there. I mean, kids were able to gamble on a very small scale before, but now it's more accessible, and it needs to be regulated since it's so accessible by everybody.
It's more accessible, and it's starting to dip more into mommy and daddy's credit card.
I think it's a lot more accessible, but I think when you deal with, like, if you deal with a slot machine at a casino, and I put $1 in, I'm not guaranteed to win anything. I'm actually guaranteed more to lose than I am to win. Right.
Right.
All right. When you're dealing with like Plinko machines or whatever it is they have in Japan,
Pachinko.
Those,
Pachinko.
That's what Konami's
You take
doing
those
right
machines, you at least win something back. It's not straight up a slot machine. Now it might not be what you win, but you do win something back.
So is that the difference between gambling? If you're guaranteed something versus you're not guaranteed something.
But it's still gambling. It's just a different version of gambling. I
think we could probably debate this all day.
Yeah, because there's so much to it.
Instead of $30, you win 10. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So we'll leave this for another day when we've got more time.
We really need to move on. You guys need to cover what else you want to cover.
Ubisoft, the For Honor dedicated servers are coming out. February 15th.
Finally, like a year later.
Finally, it is almost exactly a year later.
It was a gamble you were willing to take, to keep that installed.
That's unfortunately how it is with every game that you buy today. It's a gamble of what you're going to get. So you're guaranteed a game, just not the quality. Ubisoft has also unveiled a personal gaming assistant called Sam.
What does it do? Like I didn't read that article because I didn't see it pop up in time, but
so Sam has 2 elements by the looks of it. It provides personalized tips for you based on your profile. On loading up a game, it might point you towards things you haven't tried in it yet. So it's like, hey, you haven't done this in it yet. You can go ahead and try this. Oh, cool, I'd like to try that. And it also exists as a chatbot accessed via your smartphone. So I guess you could talk to it.
So this is their version of Siri?
Sam, I'm lonely.
Seriously?
Tell me where to go in this game.
Pretty much.
Tell me where there's people. I want to go watch them.
You can. It shows you how much time you've put into a game, and then spy on their friend. Their friend is playing.
So yeah, you can be a creeper.
So
you can
Sam's
watch
just
what
like,
your
hey,
friends...
by the way, your buddy's playing this game.
Pretty much.
Sam,
hey,
stop it.
so and so has started playing Rainbow Six. Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Let me go ahead and jump in on there with him.
Yeah, but Blizzard already does that. I mean, Blizzard pops up a notification that tells
But
you when your
I have
friends are
the
in.
toast windows all off.
Okay, it
No
already
toast
has the
windows.
option for that. Steam does it too. Steam pops up notifications when your friends go into a
Except
game.
they don't talk to me. I want them to talk to me like I'm a person. I want a robot to treat me like a people.
Your friend is playing this game. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go watch them now.
And I want my Steam to be narrated by Gabe. Every time one of my friends jump into a game, I want Gabe to personally tell me.
So-and-so is
hey,
playing Portal 2. Don't you wish there was a Portal 3?
No.
Fun fact about Valve, they don't have 3s.
How much more work would that open up for voice actors, though, where it's like, okay, look, this app is really popular, and people want options for the voices, so you all need to come and narrate all of these things.
Heroes of the Storm, goddammit. They have so many different announcers you can equip for each hero. Like my Vala, or my Jaina, you can have Jaina narrate it for her. Which is also weird. She even talks about it. She's like, huh, where have I heard that voice before? It's like, it's yours, dumbass.
I just want my
and-
Pocket app to be narrated by Troy Baker. So every once in a while, Troy's like, hey, your friend's playing this game. You're like, yay, friends keep playing games, so he keeps talking to me. I have nothing else to look for but this. Come on.
And Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting loot crates. Zero impact on gameplay and players' progression.
Just
Which-
cosmetic. Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
which is
Battle crates.
Battle crates, they sound cooler, right?
a lot of people are very unhappy about it, but it's just one of those things that was inevitable. I mean, at this day and age, people
You've got to find a way around the. I mean, you're gonna have to have some type of loot crate. You just do it the right way.
It's for sustainability, and that's why it's so hard. Because back in the day, you release a game, and then you make back your profit, right? That's how it used to be, and then you'd have your profit. Nowadays, it's you release a game, hopefully it's done, and then you support it for years because it's mostly multiplayer. So you need some sort of support system to pay the people while they're working on it. Because just the sales alone are not going to support that game for years.
No.
I mean, that's not how it works. Money doesn't just keep coming from a game that you release. Not
Unless
that
you're
kind of-
Rust, in which case they're finally releasing the game.
At a
They're
point
releasing
where
it
nobody
into
cares
alpha.
anymore.
They're releasing it into alpha. That's what I find absolutely ludicrous. Like,
That's garbage.
I mean,
Those developers are yanking you people around. If you are still playing Rust and you think that it's the most amazing thing ever, you're supporting the wrong company. Don't talk to me. Sorry.
he even says that the game is far from done.
Far from
And
done.
they're
Like, how
jumping-
many years are you gonna need to work on this? How slow
They're
are
4
you?
years in, and here's the thing: is Subnautica was a 4-year thing, and it came
3.
out. No, 3 years in early access. It's 4 years total.
Okay.
So it's 3 years in early access, and this has been 4 years in early access, and we're just now getting an alpha, and we just got a
I mean,
full
is it
release
just
of
like one dude
Subnautica.
sitting in a basement working on this game?
And the price is almost going to double.
Man, fuck that
But-
shit. Fuck you.
But I do give them respect for letting us know ahead of time before it came out and the price doubled and everyone's
Versus
like,
what
what
Ark
the fuck are you doing?
did?
Yeah, where it's like, oh, hey guys, the price is now way up. Hello? What?
And Ark went to $60. You got no
Before it
extras, and you've got Rust that's going to $34.99, and they even said in there, at least we're not going to $60 like other people. You know, I mean, it's like
It's so garbage.
But, I mean, maybe after this game is fully done in about another 5 or 6 years, it'll be really fun. But I mean, maybe I'll play it in like 2025 or something. But I'll just wait.
the only way this game gets teeth now is if they end up putting it on some type of console.
no,
You'd be
you can
surprised
dismiss
at how
me with
many
all that.
people-
Ain't
You'd
I'm
be
not
surprised
in.
at how many people still play Rust.
Huh?
You'd be surprised at how many people. Still
I know.
play Rust.
I know. There's a lot of people that play it, but I'm just saying that it's going to have to PS4 or Xbox One or both. It's going to have to pick it up to have any teeth after this alpha release
Yeah,
that they
it'll-
have. It's on there.
I mean,
It'll-
something similar happened to H1Z1. Like, it lingered in early access way too long, and then Sony eventually picked it up and launched it in full, but by the time they did, like, nobody cared anymore.
Hmm.
So,
No.
You'd have a couple of hardcore people that are going to play it no matter what, but in general, the interest of the audience is already gone.
Well, and the like with the H1Z1, they've got the King of the Kill, which is a battle royale that PlayerUnknown did before
Right.
he did that. So it was like, so basically the only thing that made the game popular happened to be a battle royale that was created by a game that created a game
Fortnite's
called
basically
PUBG.
probably just shut that down too.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I forgot to put that in the news. We have to say goodbye to a MOBA by Epic Games. Paragon is shutting down for good. They
like
can't
April
support it.
26th or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So, sorry,
that's
especially to
unfortunate.
you,
People are petitioning pretty fucking hardcore to get refunds for the game, which kind of torn. You played it, you paid money for it, you got entertainment out of it. I mean, that's kind of what
That's
you
like
do.
taking
Was
some
it early
back.
access?
It's a partial
though?
refund, but
I don't think so. And it's like, yeah, maybe a partial refund, but I mean,
If
you
But
it-
it's
still.
kind
is
of
it
almost
early
like
access?
eating an entire cake and then taking the empty container back to the store and being like, I didn't like it. I want a refund.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Like I'm kind of torn on this one because the game didn't launch the way you wanted it to. It didn't last as long as you wanted it to. But you take that chance. I mean, it's if you enjoy
I
the
guess
game, you
people
play.
felt like they weren't taking as big of a chance because it was Epic, though. I guess they felt a little safer about taking said chance.
Here's one way to put it. All right, you play an MMO for like 3 years. The game doesn't do well. It's a subscription based. The game doesn't do well. They have to shut down.
Okay.
You can't get your money back. You spent your money for that entertainment. I mean, that'd be like going, I want all of my money back because I can't play it anymore. It's
well,
like,
I mean, what like cosmetic stuff or something at least. But
yeah, I mean, it's
But
one
it-
of those things where you're like, you chose to invest in the game and it didn't pay out. That's unfortunately how it works sometimes.
But wasn't it
and
free
I
to play to
apologize
start
for
with?
that.
So you didn't
It
actually pay
was
for the
free to
base
play.
product. You paid for like decorations to go in your base product.
Exactly. You paid for
Yeah,
cosmetics.
So it's Game of
I don't see the need
War.
for a refund.
I mean, Game of War is going to be really close to being shut down pretty soon anyway. So these mobile games that are similar to that, and this is just happens to be a PC version of that.
Yeah,
You know, it's like it's a free to play game. You're playing cosmetics. The difference is Game of War is pay to play, right? So it's
pay to
like
win.
pay to win. But you know,
Yeah,
it's like I don't
that's
know.
how it is. Unfortunately, for you folks who liked it, I played it. It was a lot of fun. It had potential, but it
It
basically
just got overshadowed in the market.
yeah, MOBA, and I really hate to say it like this, but MOBAs are so years ago. Like the mobile market when it came out, like League came out and it blew up and it died off. Like Zombies blew up, died off. Now we're on the battle royale games. They're gonna blow up and die off. It's fads. It comes and goes.
Yep.
Everybody tries to like get into that fad real quick, and if you don't stick, you die with the rest of them, and then the fad moves on to something else.
Yep.
Like Zombies were super popular, they died off. MOBAs were super popular, they died off. Like you have your MOBAs that you have now, and that's it.
But you still have straggler things in those genres that can still maybe work. Because we've got Days Gone is a zombie game that everybody's looking forward to again. So it's not impossible to continue to break into.
State of Decay 2 is
those
really fun.
markets.
and
yeah,
I'm
you
looking
just have
forward
to do something different than what the other ones have been doing.
Yeah,
Pretty
you
much.
just have to
You have to
stand out
stand
a
out.
little bit.
Like what Last of Us did. It's at its core, there's a zombie game there to be had. There's the
Yes.
infected that you've got to hide from and the people you have to deal with. But what it does is it tells you the story of it. So you have to make sure that you can kind of really do something that puts you in your own category, but still have those tropes.
Absolutely.
And I don't think they did that very well with that game. Paragon, that is. I think they just didn't have the chance.
No, it was too little too late in a flooded market.
Yep. What else you got?
Unfortunately.
We're over an hour. What do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna go ahead and yell at the roller coaster tycoon thing real quick. You guys are shitheads. I like you, Atari, but what the hell?
I know, I
They
mean-
put up a fucking crowdfunder, or no, it's called Start Engine, to port Roller Coaster Tycoon to the Switch.
But it's the mobile version, not the latest version, not to mention
That
the
they
latest
said
version was
afterwards.
garbage anyway.
They said afterwards. They asked for a minimum of $10,000. They
Man,
got
get fucked.
1.07 million. So they got a lot more.
All right.
But
enjoy your shitty game, guys.
And there's still 89 days left.
yeah, so instead of giving you Roller Coaster Tycoon, they're going to give you Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch,
Which was the
came out
mobile
in
version.
2017 on the mobile.
Okay.
I mean, okay, that's first of all, apparently that's going to be like a freemium game. It's going to be one of those shitty buy things, make stuff, wait for things to happen, awful game. So people are pretty upset, to say the least. And this little, I read this to everybody beforehand, but I'm going to go ahead and read it again. This is shitty. If you have donated to this, don't take your money back. Don't do it. And finally, there's this worrying note in the project small print that falls under irregular use of proceeds. We might incur irregular use of proceeds that may include, but are not limited to, the following over $10,000. Vendor payments and salary made to oneself, a friend or relative, any expense labeled administration expenses that is not strictly for administrative purposes. Okay. Any expense labeled travel and entertainment, and any expense that is for the purposes of intercompany debt or back payments. So basically, they can take your money. Once that $10,000 is used to port their game, they can take the rest of your money and do whatever they want with it.
Yep, it's not going to be to forward the game any or anything like that. It'll be
No.
like, oh, we owed money. We lost money on the latest PC release of Roller Coaster Tycoon, which they did because it was fucking garbage.
So we're going to go ahead and
So-
take that and pay off this, or I'm going to take a few $100,000 of this, and I'm going to go ahead and take a vacation, or I'm going to take
I'm
this.
going
and
to
I'm
pay
gonna
for
do-
my sister's braces.
Oh, like, oh my God. That, people are just livid about that. It is fucked up.
Yep. Don't fuck with Roller Coaster Tycoon anymore. Planet Coaster's out. Most of the people that worked on the good Roller Coaster Tycoons went to that studio anyway. They made you Planet Coaster, which is a superior product. And the
100%
latest Roller
Planet
Coaster
Coaster.
Tycoon one came out. It was just
Here's my thing. I just would have remade Roller Coaster Tycoon. Was it 3?
3.
Was the one that was
the
yeah.
good one, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
they
have just
should
done
have.
that. I would have been like, oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon Switch. It would have been Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Put it on. Why do you take the mobile version and put it on here?
Because
Because
it's
it's easier to
It's
port.
already a mobile thing, so they're like, all right, we can just mess with the
Yeah.
engine.
It's
And it
already
means
got
that
the
you can
touchscreen
spend
things
in-app
installed.
purchases. So they can make extra money on the end of it.
Man,
What a
They ain't gonna
shitty
make shit
thing.
off of that.
Actually, go Atari. Go you.
Yeah, good job. Normally, I'm a big fan of Atari, but
I haven't been a big
No.
fan of Atari in a while. They've kind of fell off.
they fell off so many times. They get back up though.
I don't know. I mean, just some of their properties and the things they've done with them, it's just kind of garbage.
But that's most of the things that I wanted to discuss.
Oh, anybody else
Anthem
see
is
anything?
delayed until Christmas.
Nobody's surprised. Look, nobody in the world is surprised by that. It is such a big,
Hell
ambitious
no.
game. There's no way it was going to be ready in time. No surprise.
And by-
And on top
BioWare-
of that, they probably had to change some of their the way
probably had
stuff
to go
was set
rework
up
their
because of
loot
loot
box
boxes.
system.
Yeah, they looked up at EA real quick and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna delay this and work on it a lot more. Don't talk to us anymore."
They did say that means that Dragon Age 4 has been pushed back. Like, they just restarted work on that too, which probably means bad things are happening.
Probably
So-
2021, 2022 is when you'll see the next one. If I had to
I'd be
guess.
okay with that if they put out a good one.
If they put out a good one, but that's unfortunately the fucking gamble that we have to take in this day and age. Every time you
You
buy
want
a
to fight
fucking
this dragon?
game,
Well, you're gonna need this epic weapon. Guess how you get it? Loot box. God damn it!
it's gonna come to a point where you come into a cave and it's like, unlock this cave for 50 coins. Buy coins here. I'm not. What? No. What? No.
No, they'll put
That's
it in what they think is plausible ways, where it'll be like, oh, there's a really big group that guards this cave that are mercenaries, and you'll have to buy their loyalty if you want access to their treasure cave shit. So they'll put it in, like, context of the game, but it'll probably still be there. You're probably right. It's sad how just awful that is, but
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard not to be upset about it, but I already know that I'm probably going to be incredibly disappointed by the next Dragon Age game.
Good. Keep your expectations low, which is where everybody should be in this day and age. Which I'm glad that we are at that point, but I'm sad that some games take a little bit more than they deserve to. Like Sea of Thieves, just saying, let up a little bit. They understand. They are listening. Jesus Christ, you don't got to burn their parents' house down. Chill out. God.
Grif.
I will let you know when arson is okay, alright?
I was talking about the other people. Grif gets mad at the game, but she doesn't get mad at the people who made the game.
Yeah,
and
I'm
threaten
not mad at
their-
them.
Yeah.
Well, I was
The
talking
game
about
is-
the fact that she wanted to commit arson in Dream Daddy.
It's different. I'm still not mad at the people that made the game. I'm mad at what's in the game.
Well, that's all I have.
Alright. Let's
that
go,
was it?
because I got some stuff to do.
That was it.
More Overwatch to play.
No, I have videos to record, actually.
Woo! If you have not been watching those, make sure you check those
Planet
out.
Coaster
They're
Mass Effect
awesome.
Andromeda on my YouTube. It's a post-mortem
Yeah.
for Mass Effect.
Planet
so-
Coaster makes me want to buy it.
Oh,
I
Planet
keep looking
Coaster's
at her
so
building
good.
a roller coaster going, Grif, if you do this, it'll work better.
Wait till the sale, dude. It was what, $11 down
Yeah.
from $44. Wait
Yeah.
for the fucking sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
going to
worth
do.
it.
But
it
damn
is
it.
worth it. 100% worth it.
It's good. It's really
Yes.
good. We appreciate everybody who hangs out with us each and every week in Infinite Respawn. Of course, as always, you can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com. YouTube.
That's where you buy new tubs.
YouTube.com
YouTube.
/ Infinite Respawn. Also, make sure you check out Chicken. You're an asshole. Check out Chicken
Tub.com.
on Twitter. Or Twitch, sorry. At Twitch.
So is that where you buy used tubs?
Oh my god, back on track, children.
I think it's at Twitter, isn't it?
Check you out on Twitch at...
Elite Chicken 313.
There you go.
Twitch.tv / Elite Chicken 313. Okay, you
There you
confused
go.
me. You could have just said check me out at Twitter. Then I would have threw my
Check
Twitch
me
in there,
out
too.
personally as well at twitch.tv / MDB Oak Tree. You can also check us out all on Twitter as well at Infinite Res PC. If you want to check me out personally, you can go to MDB Oak Tree. Check out Grif.
At Griff's lineup.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Bach Pickle?
God
Check
damn.
out Trainwreck. All right.
Right here, right now, that's what's happening.
Hobo's on a train.
Also, make sure that you go to infiniterespawn.com. Go on there, join the forums, and hang out. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
Bye.
And that's a train wreck.
See you.
Bye.
Let's leave.
Please hang up and try again.